Hey y'all, it's your girl Receipts with Real. So check this out. One of Diddy's former artists is suing him, y'all. So we're gonna dive into what exactly this lawsuit entails. Now, a lot of y'all may remember the group Danity Kane. There was like 5 members, I think, and Dawn Richards was one of them. So that group didn't last very long. Diddy ended up making a new group called Dirty Money with Dawn Richards. So she pretty much stayed with him longer, a lot longer than the rest of the band members. She stayed with him, honestly, longer than anybody I ever seen under his record label. But now she is suing him. So in this lawsuit, she's alleging that she witnessed him abuse Cassie. She said the first time that she saw him abuse Cassie, he beat her up very badly, and she said that's when it clicked to her, like, okay, this man is very dangerous. She's alleging that there was a time where he abused her in front of everyone, and Cassie was beaten so badly that she could barely walk. And there were other people who were at this particular party, including Usher and another record executive, and they all just pretty much turned a blind eye and continued the business deal that they were doing. She says at one point she tried to talk to Cassie to tell Cassie that she needs to leave him. And when Diddy got word of it, he threatened Dawn. And he told her, like, mind your business or you gonna be next. She also witnessed the late Kim Porter being abused. It had gotten so bad to the point where she claims that he was gonna swing at her, but then like security stopped him. So I guess when it got to the point that he was about to put his hands on her, Dawn ended up calling her dad. Okay, so then she called her dad, and her dad came to defend her. She said, like, it took a while for her dad to even be able to contact her or reach her or get to her because security was like, holding it down. But when he finally got to have a conversation, Diddy just pretty much threatened him. And he was like, look, if y'all care about y'all daughter and if y'all care about the rest of y'all family, y'all gonna stay out the way. She's claiming that there were a lot of parties with underage girls and just a lot of crazy things going on. But none of this stuff surprises us. A lot of this stuff was already brought up in plenty of other lawsuits. So she's like the last one to bring the news. Now, as I told y'all earlier, she was one of his longest signed artists because she left one group with him and then went to another group. And she said that Diddy was overworking her to the point of exhaustion. So she ended up having health issues and she had to get a doctor's note. So she went to the doctor and the doctor is telling her like, hey, you need some rest. She gives Diddy the doctor's note to let him know, like, I can't work right now. My body is exhausted. And he scheduled her for a studio appointment the next day. He didn't care. He told her to get back to work. So when the news broke of the lawsuit, we had a couple of former P. Diddy artists from different groups. We have, I believe her name was Babs from Making a Band. She posted an Instagram post that says, sometimes you got to learn to be quiet even when you got a lot to say. And then Aubrey shared it. So here's the thing. Your girl Aubrey ain't never been quiet, okay? And what a lot of people forgot is that Aubrey and Don were never on the best of terms. Don slapped Aubrey in the past. They had a lot of beef going on behind the scenes. So I'm not sure if that message was in support of her.
All of it, the lawsuits and all the craziness in the media. Where do you stand with like the other 3 members? Is there like love? Is there love lost?
I feel the same way about any difficult time in my past or difficult situations or difficult people. You have to forgive yourself, you have to forgive them, and you have to just wish the best life possible for everyone around you, or you spend your life angry and miserable. It's such a waste of time.
So you can't let him get away with hitting you.
I think when you hit somebody, you never get away with it in your own heart and mind. That's something she has to live with, not me.
So that Instagram post could have been in support of her. They could have mended fences and they could be friends now. Who knows? But knowing Aubrey, If y'all know Aubrey, that girl always got something up her sleeve, okay? And she's never for no mess. She's never for no games. So something tells me that she's going to be exposing Don too. Cause it's like, child, here you come with this lawsuit, but when people was trying to warn you about Diddy, you was all in support of him. I don't know, man. I feel like we're going to hear a lot more about Don whenever Aubrey gets to speaking. And a lot of this lawsuit was just to protect her own ass, but what do I know? What do I know? So here's what the diddler has to say. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by this lawsuit. In an attempt to rewrite history, Don Richard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to get a payday, conveniently timed to coincide with her album press release tour. See, I knew it was something. Okay, so apparently old girl got a new album coming out. Now, if Miss Richard has such a genuine experience, a negative experience with making a band, she would not have chosen to continue working directly with Mr. Combs for dirty money, nor would she have returned for making the band reboot in 2020, okay? Or agreed to be featured on the Love album just last year. It's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast their 20-year friendship aside to get money. Okay, listen. I can't stand the diddler just like everybody else, but when he right, he still ain't right. Y'all, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. I'm not feeling Don. Never have. But it's going to be interesting to hear what she got to say. Child, you was just doing business with this man last year. Yeah, this is definitely an overplay for the underplay, but y'all stay tuned because it's about to get ugly.